Hello, this is Chris, and I am back with a brand new reaction video. Today, I'm going to be giving my reaction to Ghost in the Shell official final trailer. If you've seen my reactions to the previous trailers before, you know I am incredibly looking forward to this film. This comes out later this week for us in the UK, actually. If you haven't seen my previous reactions, I'll link those in the description below. Basically, I am loving everything I've been seeing from this film. I know the controversies out there for the casting of Scarlett Johansson as the Major, or Matako as she's called in the original Japanese anime. I get that. It is slightly annoying, but I think if the film is good in its own right, then I might be able to look past that, hopefully, when I see the movie. But I guess I can give my thoughts on the original anime film, and I know it was a manga before, but I haven't had any exposure to that. I haven't read the manga. I've only seen the 95 movie directed by Mamoru Oshii. It was a film that when I watched it, because it is very difficult for me to get into anime sometimes. I don't quite know why, but sometimes anime can be very weird for me, and there's just no semblance of reality for me to grasp onto when I watch it. But I watched Ghost in the Shell, and I didn't think it was awful. I didn't think it was great. I kind of just watched it and then I was done. Granted, the animation was fantastic in it. I loved that, but the story I didn't really care for. Then I watched it a second time, and I think I've watched it a third time as well, and it's got better and better every time I've watched it. I love the themes that are explored in it, and you can definitely see the influence that this film had on films such as The Matrix. Themes are very similar, even the aesthetic too. And I actually had a great comment on my previous reaction I did by Cyclonius, who has read the manga and knows a lot more about Ghost in the Shell than I do, and we had a great discussion, and he's been telling me some of the things I might be able to expect from this film, some of the elements from the manga that this has based itself on, because from what I've seen in the previous trailers, it looks like it's almost been a shot-for-shot remake of the anime, but it looks like there's a lot more going on with it, especially with the villain. He says that they're combining 3 villains into one for this new film, with the Puppet Master, the Laughing Man, and a villain called Hideo Kuz, who's apparently from, I'm guessing it's one of the mangas called SAC Second GIG. It's a very complex title. You can tell I don't know anything about it. But it's nice that they're combining things, and you know, they're lifting elements from the anime that people know about. They're lifting things from the manga. I've rambled long enough on this, so we're going to watch the trailer together now. I'm going to talk much more about it afterwards. I don't really know how much new stuff this is going to show, especially because the film comes out later this week, but I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to click play now. Oh, this is going to be the water fight. I love how they've managed to bring that anime look to it as well. Oh, the music! I was hoping they'd bring this into it.
You are the first of your kind. We saved you.
This really haunting Japanese choir song. I love it.
I have been made strong and fast.
What a beauty you are.
And I love the villain's voice.
So much since they made me.
Who are you? How many were there before me?
Do you see it?
What is that?
What have you told her?
Where do the bodies come from?
She knows. It won't stop until they control everyone.
This is just the beginning.
I don't know who to trust.
You trust me, right?
Yeah, I do. Let's finish this.
Right behind you, Major.
Oh, nice. The tank battle. This was actually in the last trailer, and I forgot to mention it. It's one of the best bits from the anime.
We cannot control her.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
This is Major. I'm going in.
Oh, the classic shot from the anime.
Scarlett Johansson, Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, they've changed that CGI at the end there. I swear in the previous trailers that have come out for that, when she smashes through the window, she's perfectly visible, but in this it looks like they've kept the invisibility on her when she smashes through the window, so it's interesting how they've changed that look to it. I love it. This is really just like, this is almost like a teaser trailer. This isn't as involved as the previous trailers that have come out, but I would say this is the closest to the anime out of all of the trailers that have come out so far. That's probably mostly down to the music. I think when I was talking with Cyclonius as well, I was talking about the music and hoping they would retain some of that soundtrack from the original, and maybe they've just done it for the trailer, but I really hope it does feature in the film. Not to give too much away about the anime, but there's a scene towards the beginning, I think it's in the opening title sequence, where we see Matako, or Scarlett Johansson's character, being constructed and adding all the synthetic skin onto her body. And the music that plays, and it's the music that plays throughout, is this really strange Japanese choir which you could hear in this trailer, and it's so effective in the film. And I was really hoping they would use it in this, and I'm glad they've at least used it in the trailer. It just looks like a live action reboot that's been done with care. They're bringing in new stuff which isn't just from the 95 movie, but they are bringing in all the key scenes from that film, especially the tank battle. As I said, the tank battle in the original is just so tense, and you really see the strategic mind of Matako in that situation and how she has to deal with it. I'm loving everything from this film. The villain as well, as I said, is a culmination of three, but I think he's closely tied to the Puppet Master, which is the villain from the 95 movie. And I love how his voice is modulated as well. It seems like a culmination of all different kinds of voices and expressions trying to fight through into this one voice. One sounds like a very naive and scared voice, unsure of himself. Another is a more robotic, modulated voice. I love it, and I think that's really creative, and it gives you this uneasy sense to the villain. You don't know what to expect from him, and I think that's spot on and exactly what the character needed to be. I don't know what else to say. The action looks great. The CGI as well, especially in the water fight at the minute with the cityscape, and I mentioned this in my previous reaction, looks very fake, but for some reason really fits this visual style, and it almost makes the film really unique. I think I compared it to Dread in the last trailer I did, how everything's really bright and vivid and hyper-real. And it looks great. I've talked about the comparisons to Blade Runner as well. The city does look very Blade Runner, but I love Blade Runner, and you know, you've got the whole cyberpunk element transferring to this film as well. Scarlett Johansson looks okay. She's not an actress I always get blown away by in terms of a performance, but it looks like they're retaining all the interesting qualities of the character, and I just hope this film's really good. If anything, at its lowest common denominator, it might be just a decent action movie. At its best, it's going to be a great action movie with all of the substance and all the interesting character themes from the anime, and I'm sure from the manga as well. So yeah, that'll do it for my reaction to the Ghost in the Shell official final trailer. Be sure to comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought of this trailer. Are you looking forward to the film? Are there any elements I forgot to talk about from the manga or from the anime that I didn't spot? Anything you like, please do drop me a comment. In terms of what's coming up on the channel, later tonight we'll be going live for our review of Power Rangers, which is a film I saw a couple of days ago, and I can't wait to talk about that. There'll be more trailer reactions from me as well, as and when trailers come out, so please hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to keep updated with all of our content, and until the next video, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.